Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome newcomers. I hope you guys enjoy the channel, the tutorials, and become part of this journey with me, with us, one big family. If you have not subscribed yet, I ask you please to do so to help out the channel, and also give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important for us creators. My threads are Portugal brands. I am in Europe. These are 4-ply, similar to Aunt Lydia number 3, a little bit thinner. My colors go by number and not by name. Example, like this green, color number 23, color number 30, and color number 40. Now I get questioned a lot, or receive a lot of emails asking about my threads. I do ship it out. They're $12 a ball. They're 100 grams, equivalent to 325 yards. This is a minimum order of 6 in order to cover the shipping cost, because that's just horrendous how the shipping cost is out here. I make nothing out of it, gain nothing out of it. It's more for you guys to enjoy these beautiful colors, because a lot of you love the mixed colors, especially that I do get them out here, which I can't find any around now. But anyway, so, you know, like in the pinks or in the blues, or I'm trying to find other ones, into the brown and Tiffany blue. Anyway, there's all kinds. So if you want to order, you can always go through my email. It's below in the description box. I also like to mention I do have a Facebook crochet group, private group, because a lot of scammers out there with the cuts and bits links. You should not open those links no matter which group you're in. They're fraud. And you must have a profile pic in order to be a member in my crochet group, because we don't want scammers in. So I also do have a crochet page you can follow. You can always get a hold of me through there, or through Instagram or TikTok. All of the links are below in the description box. Very easy, just click and join. So, and for the most part I use 2.7 hooks, sometimes a 3, depending upon the project that I'm using. Of course, we always need a small one to tuck in loose ends, and a pair of scissors. Thank you so much, everybody, for your kind words and your suggestions, your opinions, and your requests. I try to fill everybody's requests as much as I can. If you do have questions and I'm delayed answering, it's because of my time zone is different. But I do answer to everybody. God bless all of you, and enjoy the tutorial. Okay, everyone. So today I'm going to create this placemat. Now, in the past, I have created something similar with a different base. So this one is almost the same as I've created in the past, but different stitching again. The design is the same. The stitch is different. And this is part of the charger. Remember the orange charger I did? And the I also had done the runner. So this would be the placemat for that charger, for the plates, right? So very simple, very fast, very economic. I hope you guys enjoy it. I will be using color number 18, of course, for the orange. And then, of course, the white 2.7 hook, of course. So let me know what you think. And I ask if you have not subscribed yet, please do so and hit that like button. There's still a lot of you that don't hit that like button. I can see it through my app, that as soon as I put out the videos, you guys are just jumping right in to look at it, but won't give me a thumbs up. It costs you nothing, people. It's free, and it helps us out tremendously. With all this time and effort and creativity for free for you guys, that's the least you can do in return. I really appreciate every single one of you. Okay, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is that magic circle. Secure that with a slip stitch. Come back in, single, 2 chain, my first double crochet, and 1 chain for space. So we're going to do a total of 12 double crochet and 1 chain in between them. Row 1, so close it up. If you still have a hard time with your magic circle, you can do a 5 to 6 chain. So 1 chain coming in that second chain from the very first one I went up. I'm going to come in the center now and do single, 2 chain, my first double crochet. We're going to build groups of 2 double crochet, 1 chain in between those double crochets inside of that 1 chain space. 1 chain, I will leave the charger link below in the description box in case you guys want to create it. And through that link, if you are creating the charger, there's the link in the description box on that one and that specific video of the charger for the runner. So you can follow through that way and can create sets, especially for the women that are creating sets to sell on my channel to feed their families, which I'm pretty happy for them, that I can do something that they can make a bit of money to help their family income and support their children. That's just a blessing itself, right? So I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you, Jesus, for these beautiful creations so they can bring that income to feed their kids. So 2 inside of each chain space. Now we're going to close a little bit different. We're going to come in directly and close it like this. So we can be already in the middle of this group, coming back in, doing a single 2 chain, my first double crochet. Now we're going to do on this row 3 double crochets, 1 chain into the next one, 3 double crochets, 1 chain. And then we're going to close the same way this row, exactly how we just closed out row 2. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So completed all the way around my groups of 3 double crochet. I'm going to come on that first or second chain, I should say, and closing it in this way, coming back in. This time we're going to build shells of 2 double crochet. So single, 2 chain, 1 more, 1 chain space, coming back in, creating that shell of 2 double crochets, 1 chain into the next one, 2 double crochets, 1 chain, and 2 more double crochets. Okay, again we'll be closing out this row 1, 2, 3, 4 the same way as we've been closing, so we can end up in the center here. I'll meet you at the end. So I've reached the end after doing my shells and 1 chain in between, coming in again and closing it out this way. Now we're going to come back in that same stitch, single, 2 chain, creating groups of 2 again of double crochet, 1 chain, coming in the center of that shell where we have that 1 chain, and creating 2 double crochet, 1 chain coming into the next one, 1 chain into the next one. Got to make sure you don't miss that shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, completing row 5, coming in that second chain again, closing it out with single, coming back in. Now single 2 chain. This row will be this is row 6, and row 7 will be groups of 3 double crochet and 1 chain space. So the next row will be just a repeat of what we're doing here. Simple as that. So 3 double crochet, men are outside working on construction. This house is still a big mess and a lot to do. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 2 rows, row 6, row 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 3 double crochet, 1 chain. Row 7, 3 double crochet, 1 chain. Closed in with that half double, not half, that single, coming back in. Now this row 8, so single 2 chains, will be of 4 double crochets and 1 chain. That's how fast this pattern is. It's easy, beautiful, and fast. Okay, so simple as that. 4 double crochets, 1 chain. This is row 8. Okay, everyone, completing row 8, we're going to close it the normal way. 1 chain, coming in that second chain with slip stitch. I'm coming into the next one, stretching my thread a bit, and doing single 2 chain. This row 9 will be only double crochets, 1 per stitch, and 1 inside of that 1 chain space. So 1 double crochet per stitch, 1 inside, and continue again. So I'll meet you at the end of this row 9. Okay, everyone, so finish my row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, going into row 10. Now row 10 is also just double crochet, but we're doing increase. So I closed in with slip stitch. I'm going into the next one, single 2 chain, my first double crochet. I'm going to do 9 double crochets. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets. On my 10th, I'm having an increase, 2 together, and then repeat again the 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Move this camera a little bit up. 6, 7, 8. On my 9 on my 10th, I should say, sorry, increase 2 in the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. On your 10th, 2 together. Row 11, which is the next row, we're going to do an increase on the 11th. So we're going to do 10 double crochets, and on the 11th, we're doing an increase. Okay, Then I'll come back to you at the end of row 11, because now we're doing 9, increase on the 10th. Next row we'll do 10, increase on the 11th. All right. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 11 rows, my increase on the 11th. Now if you want to go bigger, you can continue. Of course, the next row would be the increase on the 12th, the row after that on the 13th, and you'll have even the perfect stitching to finish the edging. Okay, so I'm coming into the next one, single, 2 chain, my first double crochet. No, sorry, singles only. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking the next row already. So singles, 1 per stitch all the way around, just single crochet. Okay, nothing to it. All the way around, single crochet, 1 per stitch. So I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, so row 12 was just singles, close in with slip stitch on my first single. Coming into the next one, single, 2 chain. This time we're going to build groups of 5 double crochet. So 3, 4, and 5. Okay, 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 chain, skipping 1 stitch only into the next one, and build again your groups of 5 double crochet. So 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 chain, skip a stitch into the next one, 5 double crochets again, and then I'm cutting my thread. No, I'm not cutting my thread. I'm going to put my thread aside. After this, we're going to work with the orange. 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Skip a stitch into the next one. So I'll meet you at the end of this row 13. Okay. Okay, everyone. So finished my row. I have 24 groups of 5, skipping one space only, and 3 chain. So I'm going to stretch my thread and leave it there. I'm going to come in with the orange. It's much easier to do that slip stitch. I'm going to leave a little bit of string so I can tie it at the end. So we have the singles. I'm going to come below the single and pull my thread through. That's why it's important to leave a little bit of string behind so we can tie it at the end. You can do your slip stitch knot. I prefer not to, so I don't have like this big knot in the back. So I'm just pulling my string, but I'm not going to pull too much, obviously, or else it'll come out. And I'm going to slip stitch. This is the row right below the singles. Okay, it's much easier to do it this way than having more of the edging on there, so you can grab a good grip on the pattern. So that's all you're going to do is slip stitch all the way around, then cut your thread and make a few knots, 2 or 3 knots, hide it in between afterwards with the orange. Okay, we don't want it to come out, right? If you want to do your slip stitch knot, go ahead. I'm not going to. I don't want like so much knotting back there. It's not going to look pretty. And make sure you don't tighten it too much. Make sure you give it enough loosage. We don't want it baggy, but we don't want it too tight, or else it's going to pull on the pattern and it's not going to be pretty. So if you have to use a hook bigger size bigger than your normal to do this, then go ahead. Okay, I'm cutting my thread up to this. I'll meet you at the end. So now when you come to the very last one, you want to go in and you want to pull that string to the back. Okay. I'm going to cut my string and I'm going to pull it back here like that. And now I'm going to make, first you want to make sure you stretch it. So if the stitches, so by stretching, if your tension is too tight on those slip stitch, then it helps to loosen it up. Now you're going to come and just give it a 2-3 knots here to make sure that your strings don't, stitching does not come apart. And then just go through, you know, some of the loops on the orange back here and get some of that thread to go through to make sure that it's secure. So, and you do the same thing with the other string on the other side. Kind of hard for me to see with the camera in my face. So, and then, you know, we do the same thing to the other one. And then cut your thread and you're good to go, because now you've put in a bit of the string through the stitches back here. That's not going to go anywhere because we already given it a couple of knots. Okay, so now we're going to continue with the orange, because now we're going to do the edging. Slip stitch knot. Now once we come around, I'm going to do it on the one right after we left the thread. Once we come around, we're going to pull this thread to the front. Okay, so we're going to come inside of this 3 chain. I'm going to do a single, 2 chain, my first double crochet. I'm going to have a total of 7 double crochets. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And I'm hiding this thread as, of course, I'm going. Makes things easier for us. 1 chain into the next one. 7 double crochets. That's all we're going to do to this edging. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 chain. And repeat again, and then cut your thread at the end. You're pretty much done with the orange. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 chain. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So I'm coming down to my very last one. You want to make sure that you bring those white strings to the front. So I've done my 1 chain. I'm coming in, doing my 7. One chain and close in on that last chain that we did. And then tuck in your loose ends from behind into those stitches. Continuing with the white, we're almost done. So we're not going to work on that first double crochet. So bend your pattern a bit, coming in that second double crochet with single 2 chain. We're going to do 3 incomplete double crochet. Close it together, coming on that first double crochet with double crochet into that second double crochet with double crochet into that third with double crochet, and on that fourth one we're going to do double crochet 1 2 3 chain, doing the picot with slip stitch. We don't want an opening gap here. Coming back into that same stitch and doing another double crochet, and then 3 more double crochets, 1 2 and 3. Skipping that first, we're not working that first, and we're not working that last double crochet. So coming in, doing incomplete 3 double crochets, 2 and 3. Close it together, coming in that first double crochet with double crochet into that second, that third, and on my fourth, doing double crochet 1 2 3, closing in with slip stitch, coming back in that same stitch and complete your double crochets again. This is it for the edging. Now another thing is, because I have gold into the other charger placemat, I could add gold here with the slip stitch, exactly how I did with the orange. I'm going to see how it works out. If I like it with gold also, just to match up with the other one, I will leave. If not, then I'll just leave as is. I'm going to continue mine and meet you at the end. Okay, everyone, pretty much finished my doily. My placemat doily. Now this one I've already sprayed. I use laundry softener, which smells absolutely delicious, with a little bit of water mix, and spray it on both sides and just stretch, and you can let it dry on its own or light steam iron over it. Usually I don't have time to wait, so I usually light steam iron over it. So that's all you have to do. And then of course, if you are taking orders and selling them, then imagine when they open up their packages or their bags, how delicious this smells, right? And this helps to stretch all of the stitches into place, so don't be afraid of stretching it. So you can block it, leaving it like that, or like I said, light steam iron over, and you're done, and everything falls into place. Smells good around here. At least, you know, with the perfume of the softener and not just acrylic for nails. This room is always like a big mess with acrylic and gels for nails. A lot of you know that I'm a nail tech, hairdresser, so there's a lot going on in this little desk. This is my manicure desk where I do nails and tutorials, right? So I have to always put this little cover over it because, oh my God, there's always such a mess here. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. This is absolutely beautiful for a nice table setting. So 30 centimeters. Okay. And like I said, if you want to go bigger, then all you have to do is just keep increasing on the double crochets. And don't forget, you always have to do the increase. Let's say we stopped at 11. So if you want it bigger, on your 12 double crochet in the next row, the 13, the 14, and so on. So I'll leave the links to the other ones below of the Placemat Charger, right? By the way, I tried the gold and I didn't want it. I wanted to leave it like that. I think it looks much nicer. And for some of you that missed out with the runner, how gorgeous is this runner with the roses, right? Absolutely beautiful. Roses on both sides. Okay, so I have them on this side and then the opposite side. Like I said, I'll leave the link to the charger, and then below that video you have the link to the runners, which is a pretty good size. And I will see you guys on the next tutorial. God bless you. I send you much love, much hugs. Thank you so much for your beautiful comments and your uplifting words. It really does help us creators to keep going, right? So thank you so much again from the bottom of my heart. I will see you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Until next time, everybody. Bye-bye.